It's the first full day of a statewide lockdown for New South Wales, but the numbers are still not going down.
We're really keen to sprint. This is a race. We're keen to sprint to get those vaccination rates up.
Just hours after holding a press conference yesterday, it was confirmed that the last remaining areas in the state not under lockdown would enter a stay-at-home order. On Friday afternoon, the state's health minister said that there were no plans to do that, but just 27 hours later, that decision was reversed. It followed the Premier's decision to tighten restrictions for some residents in Greater Sydney.
What I'm about to say is the absolute fact. Yesterday after the press conference, I went upstairs for a briefing with Dr. Chant. She provided me with additional advice. I shared that advice with the Deputy Premier, and we then moved to lock down all of rural and regional New South Wales. To be frank, by yesterday, most of the state was in lockdown already. It was just a few local government areas in rural and regional communities. And please know that in a pandemic, you have to act on the health advice you receive.
New South Wales Police have now launched Operation Stay at Home, which sees 500 extra Defence Force officers deployed to patrol streets to make sure that people are following the rules. Fines have now been increased for breaches of a number of rules, including $5,000 for breaching home quarantine, lying to a contact tracer, or lying on a permit, and $3,000 fines for breaching the two-person exercise rule or breaking restrictions around entering regional areas.
If you thought COVID restrictions in this country were getting out of hand, you ain't seen nothing yet.
The world is continuing to react to how authorities in Australia have been handling the situation. Some have been praising us, others mocking us.
Even if you run into your next door neighbour in the shopping centre, don't start up a conversation.
Even if you're vaccinated, wearing a mask, don't even think about talking to each other?
Here at home, criticism of Gladys Berejiklian is coming from both sides. Some saying that the New South Wales Premier hasn't been following the health advice of Dr. Kerry Chant, while others say that the advice she is following is too harsh. This tweet from Cumberland's mayor comparing the tougher restrictions to World War II has sparked outrage, with it being labelled as incentive by some social media users. The mayor also spoke on Sky News, claiming the state's MPs have abandoned the Australian people.
The state government has lost control and completely mucked this up. That's the reality. Our people are now paying the price for this.
Lincoln Holmes, 6 News.